listening to, watching, hearing, smelling, tasting, and feeling sex, drugs, and skincare. Like and subscribe. Hi, I'm Nikki Davis Miller. Thanks for watching Sex, Drugs, and Skincare. And it's behind me, I guess. I don't know where it is. As my guest, who we can't see yet, pointed out, she goes, "So do you do skincare?" And then I thought, you know what, maybe I should mention, and I have been a licensed esthetician for 25 years, or actually maybe more. It's around there. It doesn't matter.
She used to be a licensed comedian and stand-up esthetician. And it was funny.
It was funny the first time I said it.
Oh my God, it was so funny.
No.
The first time you said it.
Yeah,
but then afterwards
time,
it was cute. You know, I meant that to be more sarcastic, but I probably didn't come off that way.
You need to work on you don't need to work on your sarcasm at all.
Nice.
Do you like that?
Were you being serious?
Yes,
okay.
no.
So, but at the same time, you weren't giving out your credentials. So you were going for the joke, which is what you don't do in improv. You go for the realness, and that's funny.
You give your credentials in improv.
The credentials?
The credentials.
Oh, the credentials.
Your credenza.
Yeah, you give somebody a credenza. Remember,
filled with your credentials?
Yeah,
what?
George Credenza, he was on Seinfeld. So,
you're only laughing at his jokes, by the way. I'm getting offended. I'm sorry. You got to disperse them evenly. No, it's fine.
I like this.
That's
guest,
why I have him on.
I like your guest choice, by the way.
Oh yeah.
But
I do too.
But yeah, 25 years you've been doing this. It's good to let people know,
I think
what you do,
and like why they should actually maybe kind of listen to me.
Yeah. She looks at internet articles like anyone else.
I have access to the internet just like you and everyone, but
25 years of copying and pasting.
It's amazing.
That's awesome. Like that's pretty original. The first person to copy and paste. That's the only original person that I want to, because he's the first person to do it, or she is. You know what? Maybe they are, like a computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I lost track of what I was saying.
I lost track of what you were saying.
Anyway, so I'm an esthetician. No, you're an esthetician. I'm just here to hang out.
Yeah.
Just occupy space.
Oh, this is Sandro Yocolano. He is
you don't have to.
We're going to call you the co-host.
Okay.
We used to say sidekick.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't sound good. Sidekick.
Co is short for codependent host.
That's pretty much describes all. Everything.
Yeah, or a parasite, as you might call it. Ironically,
a parasite.
Codependent host is probably
coded parasite.
Wow, we're breaking ground here.
Oh my God,
this is great. Do we have permit to break ground here?
No, sir. It's a zoning issue.
It is. So rural.
Well, thanks for being here once again.
Yeah, thank you. This is fun. Always fun.
Yeah, and Sandra fills in the gaps when I either say jokes that nobody gets or when I don't get other people's jokes. Yeah. Yeah. And then he finishes my sentences.
Yeah. Although the gap wouldn't be at the end. It would just be the end, like a bookend.
Yeah, but sometimes, you you let me know what's going on.
I fill in the gaps. Sorry.
He fills in my gaps all the time.
Yeah. Like Baby Gap.
Baby Gap.
That's a terrible name for a store.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I just felt a little bit sick when you said that.
Yeah, it's like, are we talking about fontanelles here? Isn't that part of
it is.
The brain?
There was a band called the Fontanelles.
Really?
Yeah, it sounds really cool, but then I found out it's just that soft spot on the top of your head.
Baby's head.
Yeah, it's so gross.
What's worse, Baby Gap or Babies R Us?
Oh
my God.
Oh wow. I think Baby Gap, in my opinion, sounds grosser.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Babies R Us?
Well, I just don't think we're all babies. I just don't. I don't identify as the baby.
God.
I don't know if that's for her to say.
That's true.
You're qualified to say that, but well, I'm sorry, I interrupted.
But no, I never thought of it that way. That's such like a sweeping generalization. Babies are us. So it totally changes what Toys R Us was.
Yeah, we're all toys.
Yeah, we're all just like a game to you. This is crazy. I mean, also by crazy, I mean, I don't understand what I just said. But yeah, we're not babies.
No.
We are toys, though.
I like being a baby.
You?
Didn't I just say, like recently I said, I recently, like every other day, I need you to baby me.
Yeah. I like babying you.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, wipe your butt.
The weird part is you got a little turned on the first time I said it, and then after the first 4 or 5 times, I don't think it was as cute.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like adorable, kind of, baby me. You've never been much for like baby talk, though, right? You don't do that. You've never done that, have you?
No.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
I'm not even gonna do it, even just to make a joke.
No, it's the dumbest thing. I do it to the cats.
Yeah, I guess I do. I talk to them like little children.
Yeah, but I've never done the other relationships I've been in. I've done the baby talk thing, and I'm looking back now. It's just, I don't know. I don't.
Maybe you should do the rest of the podcast in baby talk.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. Why would I do that?
That sounds like a deaf person.
Yeah, it does. Babies. Oh my God, babies are deaf.
Oh, maybe that's the problem.
Wait, actually, babies don't talk. It's like toddlers.
Oh, it's how you would talk to a baby.
Yeah. That's how you would talk to a baby. Yeah.
When I
Do
mentioned
you want a piece of pizza?
pizza for a baby?
Yeah. Well, I saw your earrings. So
Oh, that's right. Yeah. This is
I
probably
guess
the
you
third
ended
time
my-
I've
my
worn
thoughts.
I wore my pizza earrings today.
I like them.
I was going to say something about how this doesn't make any sense. Oh, I did explain to the guests prior to starting this that there's a lot of tangents. I do want to clarify, though, since we are going to talk about psoriasis today, if you stick to the end, if you really you don't have time to listen, I usually sneak stuff in at the end. I might get to it sooner. Eventually, I'm going to get someone to do chapters for me so you don't have to watch the entire thing if you don't want to. Because in case that's hindering you from watching the whole thing. Although if you don't watch the whole thing, you're really missing kind of the best chunk, which is the guest.
Yeah.
Right?
The guest comes out. They come alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So
come alive.
yeah, they do. So when you do like the chapters in like in the stuff, is it basically like you can put them like cliff notes right in the descriptions, chapters, just skip to this one or whatever. That's pretty dope. I like that.
I got to find someone who will do that for me. Producer Mark, do you do that? Yeah, he does? Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
That just,
No, I know what you mean. Because after we're done recording this
We got Alex
podcast,
today too,
I
by the way.
never look at it or care to ever know what we said or talked about.
I know.
I don't care about what we're talking about at all. But
Have
it's
you
fun.
ever watched one of our, well, aside from
Yes,
doing
I have.
editing, that's
I have.
true.
That's why I
Okay.
don't watch anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, I do enjoy them. I'm joking. I'm being sarcastic. I don't know. I'm trying to do sarcasm.
Sometimes I like to listen
Doesn't
to us
work.
talking on there just to remind me of like how we get along sometimes.
Yeah, like oh my God, that's true. We actually do. Like right now,
Yeah.
it feels natural, but it doesn't feel real.
No.
You know, like I love you.
Yeah. Question mark.
Yeah, yeah. If I was doing this into a text message, I love you. Question mark. That's always so fun to do. Or like record a voicemail to someone and just be like, or a voice message and be like, "Oh, I'll be home soon!" Exclamation point.
You do that all the time.
I do, and sometimes it's on purpose, and other times I'm just like, "Oh shit, I don't have to say it if I."
Oh, you speak
say it.
really slowly, like you're enunciating so to make sure that it's picking up what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah,
Or maybe you're just being condescending. I don't know.
doesn't matter. We can blame it all on technology. That's the beauty of like having all this information and all these. I said appliances, all these like these smart stoves. You know. Like a fridge that updates itself every night.
The fridge
Why
is
does the fridge
updating.
have to update? I can't open the fridge; it's updating. That's what they're gonna do soon enough. Does your fridge Bluetooth? No. What does it do? I don't know. It just connects to the phone and drains the battery. But
There's just a circle going around on the door
Yeah.
for a really long time.
yeah, unless like the food regenerates or like they show the food, like maybe there's like a food, a food processor in there or something like in Star Trek where they make food from like a hole in the wall. They push a button and it materializes
Oh,
food.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like chicken sandwich and coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
This is my chicken sandwich and coffee.
That sounds terrible.
That's one of my favorite episodes.
It's a great episode, but that's why, yeah.
It's the one with the little puffy things.
They're like the Tribbles?
Tribbles. Yeah,
they
the
are.
Trouble with Tribbles is what it's called.
That's right.
It's one of my favorite episodes.
There used to be Tribble runs. Remember that?
No.
The trouble with Tribble runs was that there were one-nighters that the guy, I forgot his name, Dave Tribble maybe? I don't remember if
Is
it's...
this a real thing that you're saying, or are you making this
No,
up?
I'm being serious.
Oh, okay.
They were like, you would go up and do Tribble runs, like, comedy stuff, but they'd, be like, one spot's here, another spot's 800 miles away, and you have to be there the next day.
Oh, that sounds like open micing.
Yeah. Yeah, waiting 3
Get
hours.
someone to
in
sign
traffic.
up for you in another state.
Oh my!
Do you remember when things were like that? You did,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's
You could sign somebody up and just Hey, come here. Yeah, but you'd have to like plot your way around stuff.
Mhm.
So
That was a
but yeah,
depressing time in my life.
I had a lot of no. I was very anxious,
Yeah.
but I had a lot of fun. It's just exciting. But I was also sleeping on floors a lot. So
We met at an open mic.
mm-hmm.
We met at the at Rock Paper.
That's right.
Where's that?
It was on Sunset.
It's on Sunset Boulevard near Rocking Thai, and then actually it's in between Rocking Thai and Sunset Thai. There's two restaurants.
Oh, that's right. I know they're both Thai restaurants that are open late.
Interesting.
Yeah, one is fusion. I don't know what that means, but
Oh, they play a lot of jazz.
I think it is jazz. Yeah, there's also they do like a lot of nuclear testing in there. There's like
I think it's fission.
there's a well, no, that's at the docks.
Oh, okay.
because you're fishing.
You're fishing.
But yeah, that was.
That joke was fishing.
Well, yeah, I caught something.
That joke means I need cold water just to like wash that away.
Yeah, we met at a mic. That was fun.
Yeah, you asked me if I was drunk.
Oh, that's right.
Were you?
No.
Oh.
I think he was just trying to be charming.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Are you inebriated? And they're like, yeah. What do you mean? And then we started dating.
Kind of, but yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
All right. Well, this is a boring story.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm warmed up.
I am too. I'm actually quite warm.
Yeah.
Well, let's get rid of you.
Uh-huh.
I'm really excited to bring out the guest that's coming in. And
Yes. I'm excited too.
I
saw her the other night. We were on the same show,
Mm-hmm.
and just as always, she's fucking hilarious. And I won't look at her while I say this because I don't want to make her feel awkward. But yeah, it was super fun, and she's just one of a kind. So I'm excited.
One of the funniest comics out there,
Mhm.
honestly.
Newest paid regular at the Comedy Store.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah.
Girl,
Wow.
you got it going on.
Oh, thank
You're on
you.
fire. It's amazing.
Yeah, I think she should be on the show.
Okay, let's put her on.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get rid of you.
Okay.
So I'm going to say right now, coming to the couch, let's welcome Kelly Ryan. So excited to have you here.
So happy to be here.
And we also found out that she was also here for another podcast earlier.
Yes, I was for Two Dumb Babies.
Is that what it's called?
That's what it's called, which is funny because you were talking about the babying
Mhm.
beginning, and I was like, this is
Wow.
what are the odds?
This room tends to bring circles around. Like if you start something, it eventually will come back around.
Mhm.
So I don't know why that is.
I do like this studio quite a bit.
Mhm.
It's very, very nice. And this is the only room that exists in here as far as I'm concerned.
That's right. Kelly refuses to acknowledge any other room in this studio
I will not go.
place. Studio place. Yeah.
Studio place.
That's it. Yeah.
It's a place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
You know what? You can't
destination.
say that it's not a place.
You can't say
You
it's not
can't,
a
so what
place.
is
say
it?
that.
Can't
You can't say
say,
that.
No, it's definitely it's a noun. It's a noun.
It's not a person. It's not a thing. It's a place.
It's a
It's
place.
a place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which could be your thing if you like this place.
That's true.
Yeah.
You should know your place right now.
You should know your place and your thing.
Are you blushing, Sandra?
Huh?
Is Sandra blushing?
Yeah, I don't have good circulation usually, and I
He
feel
suddenly has good circulation.
I feel warm.
Yeah, but your face is like red. It's cute.
Can I tell you this?
Well,
It's
I just-
warmer on that couch
It
than
is
it is
very
right
warm.
here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you're under the projector and there's heat radiating off the
I don't know.
projector.
I think it's
gonna-
because you're here.
I'm
Honestly.
gonna go with
Oh,
it.
that
Yeah.
Could be it.
I think it's because you're here and
I
like
warmed up
and
the
we
little
like you
couch.
so much and
The blood comes to the surface. You know, plus you look very cozy in that. So I
Oh,
like.
yes.
I am so cozy in my comfy. It is. I've bought this for. I got one for my mom. I got one for my sister.
Oh my god.
These things, they're like $49.99.
That's it?
Yeah, and you can get them for all different. I mean, I picked camo because I knew that was the most ridiculous one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, they have like pink, blue. You know,
If you're not
ridiculous.
watching and you're just listening, she's wearing a camo. I wouldn't even say it's a slanket. It's like a big hoodie.
It's a huge hoodie, yeah, with a big pocket.
Mhm.
They're great. I love
Can
them.
I touch it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so soft.
The worst thing is when it's in the wash. That's the worst.
Oh yeah,
Oh, because you
yeah.
can't get to it?
Yeah, I can't get to it.
You gotta have another one.
Yeah, you
wear.
gotta have a backup.
I gotta have a yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, you gotta have a backup one.
Yeah.
One time, my dad gave me a burner pair of underwear because I was leaving to come back here from visiting them, and all my clothes were in the wash. And he goes, "Hey, why don't you put all your clothes in the wash?" Are you seriously coughing in my story?
I'm sorry.
So you put all your clothes in the wash. If you need water, ask somebody else. So if you put your clothes in the wash, right? He goes, put all your clothes in the wash, and then wear these underwear, and then go take a shower, and then when you're done, just throw these away. He gave me
Oh.
like a pair that like he's like they're old, like I've washed them, but like he basically was like trying to give me like so I would wear that's what it was. So when I got back here, I'd have all new underwear, fresh,
Wow.
and then when I got here, just throw them away. Like he was just like, just get rid of them.
Did you throw them away?
Yeah, I did.
Were we together at this time?
Yes. Yeah. I
mean,
was getting a haircut from my dad, from my mom, and when
Yeah.
he comes over and he goes, "Take these under," like he was like, like he was like almost like, "Take these over here. Here's what you do," and he like talked me through it, and it was like the sweetest thing.
That's really thoughtful.
Yeah.
You had
Yeah.
like a whole plan.
Yeah, he had a plan. He was very much like that. He tried to control his life as much as possible.
You do have to have a good reason and a good relationship in order to gift someone underwear.
Absolutely.
It can't just be anybody.
No.
And
No.
it can't be the first time that something like that has happened.
No.
Because that's a huge like, hey, can you try my underwear? You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I showed up anywhere, I think the only people that are allowed to give me underwear are my sister,
Mm.
because she'd be like, oh, I found them at Victoria's Secret or whatever. Bruce, my boyfriend.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or
Sure.
myself. If my mom bought me underwear, I'd be like, what?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really weird.
I wish you wouldn't have done this.
Yeah.
You know, unless I was in a situation where it was like, Mom, help, I need underwear.
Yeah.
You're in a like your house was burned down and you
Yeah.
had no more underwear.
Fight or flight.
Right,
I
right.
need underwear. And then, you don't have any money on you at the time, and then.
Wait. Can we reel it back to what you just said, which is like your house burns down and you need underwear? What's hilarious about that is everybody freeze. I understand this colossal event,
Yeah.
but I'm getting a weird draft and I need new underwear stat.
Yeah. And it's when it was announced at that point.
Yeah. Well, that's the number one thing you don't want in a fire is a backdraft.
That's right.
Yeah. So literal or figurative, you don't want that to happen. So if you
No.
don't have underwear on, that's like a double backdraft. So, because on the fire, then De Niro gets killed. Have you seen the movie?
Did he get killed in the movie?
No, he got a fence post through his shoulder or something.
Oh, I just
like
remember
What
there's
movie?
some Baldwins.
Which
and
one?
that.
Backdraft.
Backdraft.
Oh, I haven't seen the movie.
You got to watch it. It
Oh, yeah?
came out about 25 years ago.
Okay.
You're
At
gonna
least.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it. Do you
You're
like Baldwins?
You like movies?
I think there's some Baldwins
Yeah,
in it.
I like De Niro.
Yeah.
I
He's
don't
good
even
in it.
remember him being in it.
He's like the police chief.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't even remember the movie that much, so I could be wrong about what happened to him as well. But
I think you
remember
might be mixing up like that and something.
Raging Bull, I think.
Yeah, Raging Bull.
Yeah. I remember because I
Haven't seen that either. I'll watch both and tell you which one it belongs to.
Yeah, please
Yeah,
do.
Yeah.
please
I
do.
picture-
Yeah.
Because
Put that in
Raging
the
Bull,
comments.
I picture him fighting a fire, like literally fighting
Right,
a fire
right,
with
right.
his fists.
Yeah.
I could be confusing movies.
He could have been a contender.
Yeah.
Wait, so you haven't seen Raging Bull either?
Mm-mm.
Kelly, I'm gonna say maybe skip Backdraft, but do see Raging Bull.
Raging Bull over Backdraft.
That's
Yeah.
more of a De
I
Niro
would tell you
centric.
that is the one that I've heard of. I have never heard of Backdraft.
Yeah, it's probably a good reason.
Yeah.
I think I just remember it because I was still alive and watching stuff at the time.
Right.
So, but that's the only reason. But other than that, it's like, you got to watch Backdraft.
I think it was like a Ron Howard directed by movie or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Ron
So
Howard, what a strong name.
yeah.
It is. It's a
That
power
is
name.
a strong name. Yeah, you don't hear of Howards a lot. Although, whoa, wait a second.
Careful.
I drove my brother and his wife to the airport today because I am sister of the fucking year. And
Awesome.
she was telling me that her new boss is named Howard.
Last name or first name?
First name.
Oh wow.
First name Howard. And I was like, you don't hear a lot of Howards anymore.
No.
Where have they
But
all
now
gone?
it's 2 in one day. I mean, my mind is blown.
Well, let me blow your mind again. The Three Stooges' last names were Howard.
Really?
Yeah, remember
Oh my God,
Dr.
there's three of us
Dr.
here.
something, Dr. something, and Dr.
Dr.
Howard.
Dr. Fine, Dr. Rosen, Dr. Howard, Dr. Howard. Yeah.
Dr. Rosen was my eye doctor growing up.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. This has come full.
I mean,
Here we go
what
again,
did this
yeah.
room do? It made it come full circle.
It's
Wow.
magical.
Yeah, Dr. Rosen was a baddie too.
Yeah?
Yeah, like he definitely he was a divorcee and like
Mhm.
all the moms got along with him really well and everything.
Oh.
Yeah,
Was
no.
he cute?
He's a good looking guy.
If
That's
you
what she meant by
but you couldn't
that's what
see
she meant by baddie.
I could. Yeah.
You
Oh
were
my god,
told?
I'm fucking blind.
Are you really?
Oh my god, my eyesight is so bad.
Are you wearing contacts now?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But I got to be a candidate for LASIK. Have you ever thought about it?
No, I'm
Yeah.
scared. Yeah, I'm a little bit scared. I really just have problems seeing close. So these glasses are bifocals.
Oh.
Yeah, and so like if I need to look at my phone during this podcast while you're talking or something like that, I won't be able to see it without the reading glasses part.
I feel like I always see you with glasses though.
Yeah, it's always that way because
Oh.
I literally, if it's something here and I don't have glasses on, all it just looks like is just fuzz.
Gotcha. You got a good face for glasses though.
Oh, thanks.
Because some people like no glasses shape on my head looks correct.
Didn't you wear glasses for a while or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I have them.
yeah.
But I forgot to get the lens. What's it called? Where they make it thinner. I forgot to get the lens thinning thing,
Uh-huh.
and so they are like this thick. And
So sexy.
I look ridiculous. Like my eyes are big. It's so you can imagine in this,
Yes.
glasses on, no makeup, hair in a bun.
Yeah.
I'm just like a monster, like running around the house. And I do tied to skincare. I always have like an eye mask, face mask, something on. And I'm like, how does when I am home, I am a gremlin. I'm not
Home meaning your home or you're like your parents' home?
my home.
Oh, okay.
I'm just it's like day and night. And I was when I was on the road this year, I had to explain to everyone. I was like, look, there is daytime Kelly and there is nighttime Kelly. You only see nighttime Kelly typically. Daytime Kelly is a whole other thing. And the guy I was opening for was like, you look like a 7th grade camper. You look
Very specific.
ridiculous, because when I don't wear makeup and I have like a hat on and I don't know why my shorts look stupid, but they do. Like everything I wear, I look fucking dumb. It's like there's nothing I can do about it. Like I've tried to make myself look like more presentable, even if I don't wear makeup and I just like cute earrings on. No, I look ridiculous.
You don't look like you even need makeup.
Well, thanks, but I it's literally because without it on, I look 15.
That's not a bad thing, though.
It's not a bad thing until you try to talk about things that a 15-year-old shouldn't be talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
people are like, what? Like, how old is she? Like, this is weird.
Yeah, why is she talking about anal sex?
Why does she sound like that?
Yeah.
She looks so young, but she sounds so experienced.
Have you done that? Have you done that on stage where you look super young? Is that what you're referring to? And it's
I
like
used,
that, or like,
I
'cause that's
used to look
fucking
like
trippy.
shit on stage. I used to like absolute dog shit.
I used to look
purpose?
like
On purpose, because I was like, I'm a female in comedy, but I'm not a female in comedy. You know,
Right,
it was like,
yeah.
Totally.
I want to be like the dudes. And
Yeah.
then I just had a hard look at myself, and I was like, you don't look like a dude, you look like shit. Like everyone, no one's confused about your gender. Like just whatever. And the second I started looking better, things started getting better for me.
Really?
Like people were just like, I'm sorry, you can't pull off looking like shit. You can't look like shit and be a bitch.
Well, you look successful and people want a part of that. If you look like shit,
Yeah.
they're like, she's obviously not doing well right
Yeah,
now.
she's not doing well. She doesn't care about her presentation. And then also I thought to myself, you know what? People came here for like a date night. They don't want to see someone who looks like they haven't showered. Like they
yeah.
want to have a good time.
Yeah.
And Kelly Ryan, you look like ass.
Yeah.
You can also pull it off, though, if you're such a humongous star and you just like,
Yes.
are like a
You
known billionaire, then you can look like
Yes.
shit.
Yeah. 'Cause
TJ
then-
Miller, like that.
Yeah, like
Sorry,
yeah.
TJ, but you look like shit sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are people that when when Eliza shows up to the improv and she's in a t-shirt, people are like, she's working on stuff.
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
working
yeah,
on the
yeah,
material.
yeah.
When I show up looking like shit, no one's like, she's working on it. It's she doesn't work.
yeah. Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
Yes,
isn't-
it's a good distinction.
Yeah. So now I do the whole thing, and
But you don't overly femme it up either. I mean,
no,
there
yeah.
are- a lot of girls, when they first start doing comedy, they either do what you do, which is they become like a boy. They
Yeah.
wear nothing but hoodies and baseball hats, and they
Yeah.
try to hide that they're a woman
Yeah.
because they think that's going to help them. Or they start off wearing high heels
Yeah.
and sexy clothes and lots of cleavage
what I
and
do.
big hair, and that lasts
what
for
I-
about if they last in comedy. About a year later, you start seeing them wearing like sneakers and stuff.
Yeah. The things that are the staples where I go, okay, no matter what, you got to do. The hair, even if it's up, got to be styled a little bit. The makeup has to be on, and I at least have to wear like boots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just so it looks like you're making an effort.
Presentable.
Yeah.
She's wearing boots. Turn the volume up.
She's wearing boots.
That's all the description you gave?
Well, I stopped talking throughout the middle. I went, Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So they'll
okay.
know they're not actually hearing
I missed
anything.
that part.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't
I'm sorry,
turn
I
around
didn't
to
mean
look at you.
But by the way, can we mention who your boyfriend is?
Oh, yeah.
So what's his name? No,
It's solid enough that we can mention it.
Yeah.
Very funny. Can I mention? Yeah. Very funny comedian Bruce Gray, and
So
I
funny.
bring that up because you have the cowboy boots on, and then he's got
right.
and I don't even know the character's name, but I love what he does with the cowboy hat and
Oh
everything.
my God, it's the best,
And it's
isn't it?
Yeah, it's like when you put on the boots, do you feel like not a character, but do you feel like something like you're transported into like something like Bruce does with like the hat kind of a thing, or is it?
So it's interesting that you bring this up. There's a book called I forget. I don't know if this is the exact name of it, but it's all about alter ego and basically like who you turn into if you're in entertainment, like when you're on stage, like and who they're seeing and what side of you. And I feel like that alter ego is connected to the boots. Like now, if I don't wear boots on stage, I'm like, something's not right here.
Yeah.
Like because I've gotten so used to wearing them. I went through a phase where I kind of did like some heels, low heels type of stuff. And I was like, this is close, but no cigar. Like, what is it? And the boots, I feel like give that dressed up feel to it, but also like they look a little more gritty. So it's like it's dressed up, but
But it's also like it's a part of who you are as opposed to you trying to be something else.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I think because half of my life I spent in Texas, it feels very fitting. Like it's kind of like a tie to that.
Yeah.
And then my accent and my voice belongs with the Northeast, which is the other half of me. So the look is more Southern and then the voice is
Where are you from?
Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So
I gotcha.
where are you from?
Was born in Virginia, but 6 months later we moved here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I grew up in the Valley.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then where did you grow up?
I grew up in. I was born in Massachusetts, in Boston, and then grew up in Florida.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then I moved out here. Yeah.
Yeah. Bruce is from Bakersfield.
Which
is where the big country
I love it.
stuff comes
So
in.
cool.
I love it when he leans into it. It's so fun.
Yeah, that's where I met him. Fifi was doing a show out there, Fifi Dosh, and then I went to feature for her, and then I met Bruce at the Rocket Shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was such a fun, cool at Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig that whole like that whole like country vibe out there and everything. So I see it. And back to your boots for a second. I also find that, like you say about the character, it's so interesting how you feel, because when you wear boots, it's definitely a thing. It's deliberate. Like you're putting them on. It's thoughtful. That's how you feel. You don't just rush out the door and put cowboy boots on. It's like you have to sit down. You have to have the time to do it.
Yeah.
It's not like you just tie your shoes and then,
Right.
Yeah.
So I find like that's like, and I think that stuff like that, like, kind of resonates with people.
Yeah,
like,
it's like you're putting your brain into like a different mode.
You're a
like
performer.
Yeah.
And even like when we're just at, the store, the improv or whatever it is, mingling, like we're still on.
Right.
Because when I'm not like doing things like this and I'm just sitting at home, I'm like a very quiet, like I'm very like I'm with my dog.
Leave me alone.
I'm not but it's like when you go out you have to be what they want. You're constantly selling this product of like
true.
I am this type of person and yada yada yada. And I think that Bruce, like he also went through like a phase of like attaching himself to like a certain type of brand. And like I did the same thing.
I
like
did the
everyone,
totally.
Try it out. You mean,
where you
like,
try it out, where you're like, oh, maybe this is it.
Right.
This
different
fits.
names, like however it goes, like even like, like I even tried like just first and middle name. Go by Sandro Carmelo.
Yeah.
Or now just by Sandro. And it's like you're always trying something, whether it's like a, internal or like your external, like your trappings or whatever. But I think it's fascinating.
Yeah.
I think it's normal too. You kind of just evolve into what you're doing, and then you evolve into yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really what it becomes, is you become you.
Yeah.
In a way.
That was so deep, guys.
I know.
That was good.
That wasn't very funny though.
That was good.
No, it wasn't very funny. Yeah. If you're just watching, if you're listening to the podcast, but you're not watching, that's cool too.
If you're not listening or watching, but you turned it on.
Yeah.
How do we connect with them now? It's on in the background, but they're not paying attention to it. The computer screen's behind them. They're watching the TV, but they know it's playing in the back.
I'll take it. It's a view.
It's a view.
Yeah.
It's a view.
Just subscribe. That's all I ask.
Yeah. And thank you.
And thank you. Exactly.
If you're out there, if you're alive and you're not watching, that's fine. It's okay. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I like the idea of like doing stand up and kind of taking those chances because then it kind of helps with. I've evolved. I've gone into like now, like I don't even care what I really dress like. I'm not like, oh, I need to get skinny jeans or like, I don't think I keep up with the trends.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel more comfortable with, I just like stuff that I like.
I think your hair is who you are.
Oh, probably.
In a way.
I don't even,
if you shaved your head, I'd be like, what the fuck?
There's a video of him on Laugh Factory where he has his head
Causes
shaven.
straight
I know.
uproar.
Yeah, I took that off.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I
Oh,
told him to
he
take it
looks
off.
actually really cute with no hair, but
It's not a good representation of my comedy anymore.
no, it looked very depressed. Like you were very depressed.
I was very depressed. It was very like, I wasn't feeling good. Dane Cook went up and did 40 minutes in front of me, but I opened like okay. And that one, the joke that they use is probably the worst.
And did they add laughs to it?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. But at the factory, that's what they make there.
They make the laughs.
They make the laughs.
Yeah.
The comedians are second.
I've never stepped inside of that place.
No way.
I've never been. I've never had a reason yet.
Yeah.
No one's calling. No one's calling.
Call Kelly Ryan, Jamie Masada.
Hello.
I want to see your name on the billboard.
I would love to give it a shot.
Yeah.
Let me add them.
Yeah.
I've done the San Diego one. San Diego one's great.
Oh yeah.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a basement, and it's just.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
it's very like
love
intimate.
A basement. Yeah. And it also like for a San Diego crowd, I think because it's in a basement, they're like more edgy than normal, which is cool because they're in that intimate setting and like I don't know, it feels like a little grimy just by nature.
Yeah.
Where like some places in San Diego, it's just like the hottest women you've ever seen and like ex-army dudes who are uncomfortable
She
in a
made a
chair.
really fun position when she said ex-army dudes, like she had been building muscles for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I
If
keep
you're
coughing.
watching and not listening, Nikki coughed.
Yes, thank you for spelling that out for us.
Well, people don't know.
No, it's
what you
good.
do.
I want you to do those things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember the club, the music Lestats in San Diego?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was
was a
like
fun
when you
club.
said like underground. Yeah, it was a fun like club, and then like and it was like 16 to like 7 or 22-year-old like kids basically,
Yeah.
and they were like wanting to laugh at everything. So like that other like part of like that so the other like hipper San Diego crowd,
Right.
and then like the underground basement one seems like it would be like even like those kids they grew up and did that went to that show.
Yeah.
So that's pretty dope. Yeah. And then the other shows are like, at the beach, and then it's just people like just, oh man, and a bunch of dudes in flip flops, and all you hear is just flip flops the whole time you're on stage because
No.
everybody's they're just in beach mode.
Ew.
Yeah,
Always
I know.
beach mode. Yeah, it's crazy. It's weird too because you go like up the coast and you hit like the Orange County beachy area, and they're like older beach crowd. They're still dicks for some reason, and in flip flops. I don't know.
Oh, no.
They're like always hammered, and they're rich and whatever. And then you move your way up to like Santa Monica and Venice, where you have these like 23-year-olds that have so much money, and they're just no beach crowd is a phenomenal crowd.
No, that's
Why
not true.
is that?
That's why they took probably the Santa Monica Improv went away. There used to be one on the on
that's
the
right.
boardwalk right there.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know
nuts.
that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I've learned that like, I don't really like the beach crowd. I've had cousins who lived on the beach and had terrible substance abuse problems.
Yeah.
Because of the fact, and like beach life is just not for me, like at all.
All the small
Yeah.
shows I've done in Venice sucked.
Yeah, they're right off the boardwalk.
Yeah.
People are, and it's also certain beach areas at night are just, that they're like a little sketchy some places.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing. Like I don't like it. I guess casinos and beach shows.
Ooh.
I do them. It's fun because they're all just whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can definitely tell the difference in crowds.
Yeah.
Where like they're like, man, we didn't even know you guys were performing. Like we just came out to drink and
Yeah.
bury our problems. And now,
Yeah.
and then they just want to like be part of the
They
show.
don't know how to. The beach people don't laugh at their problems. They just drink.
Oh, okay.
Whereas like other places, like you go to the mountains, they're laughing.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're keeping warm.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's a really good show. I don't even know if it's still happening, but it's out in Bass Lake. Have you ever been there?
No.
It is a odd place. And the big show is at this like community center type
That's not where we went, is it?
thing.
With Kyle Kreis?
No, we did it. That was Mount Baldy at like
okay.
the summertime at the top. Yeah.
Yeah, but these people love to laugh, but they also were like methed out. Like
Oh, wow.
it's so
Oh.
weird.
Interesting.
Mountain people are odd
I didn't know you
odd
could
folk.
get meth in the mountains.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can get it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
it defies gravity.
If they got Amazon, they got meth.
yeah, that's totally. You know what? You've come up with a lot of great shirt quotes here. And then, like, you don't look like a dude; you look like shit. And then, if you got Amazon, you got meth. I fucking love that. But it's, it's amazing how different areas, like that show up in Mount Baldy, was summertime, but we saw.
It.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Like, would I do bar crawls?
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea. This one time I was on stage at the Comedy Store, and I remember it was popped into my head. I was just talking to the audience, and I'm gonna leave after I'm done here. This was your whole night, like.
You get to go home.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna leave. This is your whole night. Like, you enjoy yourself or not. But it's just, and I was joking, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't even know if the last time I was like, let's go watch a bunch of comedians and do comedy, or let's go do something that, I don't know, like, or even go watch a movie. I don't
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. I don't. I mean, maybe I should get into it. Be like, you want to go to the fucking ballet or some
see
shit?
shows or something.
See shows, but then the problem is I can't enjoy anything, especially if like I have a twin sister. So if she's sitting next to me, it's just back and forth being like, look at this fucking guy, you know. It's like we're not there fanning ourselves like, oh, what a ballet, you know.
Yeah.
Which is what I imagine.
You get really hot.
their
about it.
audience is like, oh, me oh my, what a ballet.
I always thought that people that go to operas that have the binoculars, I'm like, oh, people that are like have problems with their eyesight go to see the opera. I thought it was.
Oh.
Yeah.
People are just sitting there the whole time doing this. Never realized they were so far back and they want to see the performances. But
it's also a show of, I think, of power and money too. You've got that
definitely.
fancy,
The
monocle
thing
thing.
you use once a year or whenever you go to the opera.
Bejeweled and
yes, so all the jewels on it. Bejeweled and bejesus, I think.
Yeah.
Came from the same origin. Yeah.
Yeah, which is
I don't know.
Earth.
But it's bizarre to see that. Like, but I think that you go into the ballet with your sister and like riffing, that's like your own theater. Like, that's like your own kind of a thing.
Yeah. I mean, the other day we saw Napoleon. Did you guys see that?
Not yet, or ever. I don't think.
It's Joaquin, right? Phoenix? Yeah.
Which hilarious that he doesn't have a French accent the entire time.
No.
Which you're like, this was the one thing you needed to have. Like for the whole fucking thing.
Napoleon.
And the whole time you're watching him and you're like, you're pathetic. Like Napoleon was a twerp. He fucked weird. It was weird watching him. They like showed scenes where he's like fucking his wife.
Really?
Yeah. And he's like only doing it from behind and like, it's very like primal the way they do it where she's like, okay, you need to do this, blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, I hate this guy. I don't care that he, saved France.
Was that what he did? Is he saved France?
I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't pay attention. They could have, the whole movie could have been about China. I'm walking away going France. They told me France. I don't know. And no one had an accent. So it was like,
that's so weird.
It's so bizarre when they do that. That was a choice that somebody, probably Joaquin, was like, just like, you want me? I'm not going to do the accent.
I can't
Maybe he did his interpretation of a Napoleon like pastry. Maybe
Oh,
that's
yeah.
he thought he was just doing a pastry, and he had no
They
idea.
signed him up for a 2.5 hour long movie. He's going, what is
he had
this?
so he's like, I better fuck weird. That's my French accent. Is that okay, guys? Yeah, I don't know. Wait, so this is in the theater. So
Yeah.
you see, I forget that sometimes because I haven't seen a movie in a theater so long. Yeah, this is like huge pictures of these really awkward scenes.
Oh my God.
shit,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it was like we're sitting there and Bruce was there and then the guy Allie's seeing was there. And you could tell that the guy that my sister's seeing was really enjoying it. So the three of us were like, we can't say anything. But like the whole time I'm looking at Bruce and I'm like, let's wrap this up, because there was no.
She's telling Bruce to wrap the movie
I was
up.
like, can we wrap this up? Like my sister goes and gets some rosé. She comes back. She goes, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it without the fucking rosé. And
yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I mean, it was just there was no redeemable character. It was one of those.
I was wondering how they were going to make it interesting and that
They
where
didn't.
we would care about it. Yeah,
They
and they
didn't.
didn't pull that one off.
No,
Okay.
no.
Because that's kind of important.
Yeah. It would have been fun if they had made him like 3 feet tall. That would have been
Yeah,
fun.
yeah,
I would have
yeah,
been
yeah.
entertained the
Yes,
entire
yeah.
time. Same plot line,
Yeah.
same everything. But in order to like have sex with his girlfriend, he has to like
You
hop
have
on
to-
a stool.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and we would have had such a fun time.
Yeah.
I
But
would watch that.
no,
for
they
sure
made
with
him,
you.
5'7" or whatever.
Wow.
And maybe the reveal would have been like they showed him with his hand in his pocket the whole time,
Mm-hmm.
and the reveal at the end that he just goes like this, and he just has no other hand. It's just
No, the fingers, yeah.
everything here is just cut off, and then it's like oh that's Napoleon.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing like them doing a movie called Stalin, and it's just him going, oh, I got to trim my mustache. Like there's just like nothing else that makes you hate the guy. Like I don't want to know anything about Napoleon. I don't think.
No,
I didn't want to know anything.
Yeah.
And you know what? I walked away, know nothing.
You did it.
People were like, oh, we need to, it needs to be historically accurate. And I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
Were you there? You weren't there. Who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll never know what actually happened.
No.
And see that your critique of that movie is definitely way more valuable than someone that's just like, I don't know if there's certain scenes or the way that the lighting was. It's just like, no, I don't know what the hell I saw. Like that's
Yeah, that's
if
a
something
real
speaks to you, it
critique,
speaks
yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
If not, it's like, hey, let's just make fun of this the whole time
Yeah.
because I don't know what the fuck we're watching.
I literally, there were so many, this is a perk about all the movies and everything being diverse now. Because you could tell the characters apart. There were so many characters that I was like, I got no fucking clue who you are.
Wow.
I have no clue. And because they all look the same.
I start to tune out when that happens.
Yeah. So I knew who Napoleon was.
You're following him
I knew
throughout
him.
the movie.
And because he wore his dumb fucking hat the whole
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Which, by the way, what was funny was that he had that hat in a variety of colors. So it was like, it was a
God.
stupid hat. It was like, it's so like one time my mom, I don't know why I'm saying this, but my mom asked for Christmas for a hairbrush. Okay. And so my dad he bought her like 7 because he was like, you wanted a hairbrush, so I got it for you in all these different colors and shapes and whatever. And she was like, is this because the one time I borrowed your hairbrush? And he was like, well, yeah, and I never wanted you to not have one again. Like he was the most passive aggressive.
I love that he held on to it for that. I mean, how many months was it?
I got no clue.
Since the original, yeah.
Oh my
There's
God.
That's a gift.
Yeah, I don't know why, but the thought of Napoleon having so many hats in different colors, it was like, his wife being
right.
like, "Oh, you like this hat?
Yeah.
Well, you fucking love this hat too."
Yeah.
Here you go,
Did
asshole.
you want your hat back? No. I just want you to have a bunch of hats.
No,
That's
you
hilarious.
love the hats, so
But that's like because I like that because that's dastardly because that's to the point where you're just like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to give a gift. It's nice. It'll look like I'm giving a bunch of gifts, but also it's just because you never really apologized or you never got that hat.
Yeah.
that brush back again.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've done petty gifts. Like Bruce always would leave his wallet, and like one day I was like, "Hey, I got you something," and he was like, "What is it?" And I gave him like this little tile that goes in the wallet, so when he loses it, he can call the wallet.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And at first he was like, thanks. And you would not believe, we were in New York. he left his wallet in a cab.
Oh shit.
And we got it back because
Oh,
of that
wow.
little thing. So
Wow. So yeah, your passive aggressiveness paid off.
Mhm.
I like it.
Yeah, like it's passive first, and then it's aggressive.
later.
Passive assertive.
Passive
Yeah.
assertive.
Passive
I like
assertive.
that.
It's
That's
passive
better.
first, like yeah,
Yeah.
but then it came in handy.
Yeah.
So then, boom.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now you're right. See, that's
And
Yeah.
now you're right. That's the most
oh,
important
that's
part of the whole
fucking
gift.
awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I love being right.
Christmas is the
It
best.
doesn't
time of
happen
year.
as often as you think it would. And my sister wins every argument. Every argument.
Between the two of you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I tap out real quick. She's good. She's good. It's terrifying.
Well, I would feel remiss if I didn't speak to a little bit. I talked to Kelly before the show and I asked you about your skin, which I'm looking
Yes.
at, and your skin looks beautiful, but you mentioned that you had okay, there's two things we want to talk about. First, I want to talk about psoriasis.
Yes.
And then we're going to tell the story of the waxy leg things that you made go away.
The waxy leg, and I have one more thing to
You do?
reveal as well.
All right, so let's talk about psoriasis really fast. First
Okay.
of all, it affects around 7.4 million people just in the United States.
And that's just an
So you're not
estimate,
alone.
right?
That's
So
an
what you're
estimate.
saying is I'm not as special as I
You,
fucking
well,
thought.
no.
She's 1 in 7.4 million. But let's give it up for
That's how she's introduced.
1 in 7.4 million. What? Exactly.
125 million people around the world are affected by it. And let's see what else. I'm reading a little bit of stuff, but yeah, it affects a lot of people. It's an immune disorder. Did you know that?
Really?
Yes. Eczema, psoriasis, alopecia areata, like all of those like flaky, weird skin things.
Yeah.
It's your body is attacking itself, and so it's an immune response. And for some reason, it's picked your skin. Yeah. And I get it on the top of my hair. I have scalp psoriasis and actually some hair loss around it, so I'm still kind of work with that.
Wow.
But yeah, and I don't know exactly. Nobody knows. Scientists don't know what exactly causes it. So that's like a lot of times they'll prescribe drugs that make your immune system shut down.
Wow.
So if somebody in a dermatologist is giving you a prescription and usually will say something like, you're more likely to get blah, blah, blah. It's because your immune system has been shut down.
Well, I'll take the psoriasis because I feel like I can get sick at any point. Like most people get sick like once or twice a year. And there was a run for a minute where I was sick like every third week. It was awful. And so now I take like a bunch of vitamins and all this precautionary thing, like stuff, because it's just so much traveling. So I think I was just getting hit
you're exposed
with
to
everything. And I'm like,
Totally.
I can't. So, I mean, I'll take the psoriasis over all the other bullshit. That
Where's
I
your
was getting.
psioriasis, by the way? If you don't mind me asking.
My
Oh,
scalp.
you have a scalp situation
Yeah.
too. Okay.
Yeah. And for the longest time, I thought it was just regular old dandruff.
Right.
And then it was like, no, this is way more hardcore.
There's like, Alex, if you wouldn't mind changing it, there's like 8 different kinds of psoriasis, or maybe more. There's plaque psoriasis.
Oh,
which
it's like
is
a horoscope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The skin it builds. The skin builds up, and then you get like these scales, and they can even go inside your mouth and genitals.
Ooh.
So that's sexy. Scalp psoriasis, which is basically like we're talking about itchy. A lot of people who have psoriasis who have that. There's psoriatic arthritis, which is like it affects your joints. And one way also that you can know if you have psoriasis or eczema and it's not just a rash is it's almost always, if it's not on your head, it's almost always symmetrical. So a lot of people get it in where their arms fold back of their legs. Yeah. So those kinds of places. So that's a good way to tell if that's what that is. It can be triggered by a bacteria. And then you've got you get these sores. What other kinds are there? Let's see. I'm looking at my notes. Pustular. Let's see. I picked all the good ones. All right. There's inverse, which is one I was telling you about, like in your armpits and in under your breasts, anything where skin, I guess, is touching itself.
Interesting.
And then fungal infection. I think a lot of
makes
it's
sense.
fungus. And
Did you guys watch The Last of Us?
no, what is that?
It's a fungus. It's not a. In the show. Basically, like everyone's like, "Oh, it's a zombie show." It's not a zombie show. It's a fungus that takes over people's bodies.
Whoa.
And then basically they're
wow.
saying like, I mean, I don't. It's a fictional show, but they're like, with a fungus, you can't kill it.
Right.
And so, like, that's the big issue with the whole, or the whatever.
Okay.
That's the show.
Though that makes
Understood.
sense
Fungus
because
takes
if
over.
you have too big of a die-off of fungus, that will poison your body with just the like what it produces after it dies. So you have to be really careful if you're doing any kind of a detox for fungus, because if you kill too much at once, it's considered to be a die-off, and you will feel so fucking sick. And I've done it to myself before. So I know.
Really? What kind of fungus?
I don't know. I don't know exactly if it has like if it's a specific type of fungus. But we have a lot of fungus in our body. We don't realize how much fungus is going on, but it becomes an imbalance at some point, and then your body, I guess, starts to attack, other places on your body and your skin.
So when you had a fungus that you were getting rid of, what was it like?
Actually, that was a yeast. I wonder if yeast and fungus, I think they're very similar, but yeah, yeast is, I think yeast is a fungus. Like when you have like a yeast.
So,
yeah. So I think I was trying to get rid of bloating and that kind of stuff.
I remember that now.
Yeah. Do you remember that I got really sick?
Yeah.
I don't remember what I was doing for it, but yeah, whatever.
It was a lot of like the probiotic you were taking. I think we were making your own
We were
kefir.
making our own kefir.
We were just,
and I got real self-confident with it, and I
yeah.
drank a lot of it at once, and you can't just
Yeah.
start drinking
Dang.
kefir.
we didn't apply for permits or anything. We just made our own kefir. We just did it. Living in Little Russia. Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, you were making your own kefir with the coconut milk and everything.
You let it ferment. Fermented stuff is good for killing fungus. Like that's why it's good. Like apple cider vinegar is good. Like, and I was going to recommend that maybe for your scalp, dilute it half and half with water. Put some on your scalp, and you might notice, do it 3-4 times a week that it's less red. And it will clear off any kind of plaque or flakes and stuff like that if you just kind of use it, but don't leave it on there because it's kind of irritating.
Yeah, and in a pinch, you can use like a balsamic vinaigrette as well
from Trader Joe's.
Yeah, and then and a chef salad.
I have a Caesar that is not doing the kick. It's just not. It is not getting it out of there.
It's the anchovies.
Yeah, it's the croutons.
It's the
croutons.
Yeah, the croutons are
unless they're sourdough croutons, but there's
That's
too much yeast in the regular croutons. Yeah.
What other kinds are? Anyways, there's a bunch of different kinds.
Pustular. I love.
I know
that
pustular sounds sexy.
Favorite word.
Yes. Let's see. Erythrodermic psoriasis. It's rare. It can cause the skin to come off in sheets.
Sheets?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine just sitting there in a
To
sheet?
the wind?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sheets come off. Wow, that's crazy.
That's really gross.
Wow. So wait, like the whole thing would get like inflamed and then just peel right off?
I guess so. Yeah, like a sheet of skin would come off.
Oh my God, like a lizard.
Yes, like a lizard. Yeah.
That would be horrifying.
So there are ways of getting rid of it. You can do light therapy. Sometimes being in the sun for 5-10 minutes a day is really good for you. You don't want to spend too much time. And you're like me. You're very you're fair.
Yeah.
So you don't want to stay out for too long. The apple cider vinegar is good. Let's see if there's a bunch of other ones that I brought here. Treatments, light therapy, the medications, which I was saying, I'm reluctant to take anything that they prescribe me, even with the hydrocortisone that I put. Yeah. Your body eventually will just come back from it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's almost going to make it worse if you're doing that.
I found that I use a Neutrogena tea sow shampoo.
So it's got like tea tree oil in it?
I don't really know what's in it, but it works.
Okay.
That's all I know.
All right, well, I want to know that. What is it? It's
I'll send you a picture of it.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. I'll send you a picture of it because it works pretty well. I mean, I still I have to wash my hair at least like twice a week still, but it before I started using that, it would be like every day I would have to wash my hair just to get everything
stuff off.
Yeah,
it's so annoying.
It's so annoying because it's like I have very thick hair, so it takes like 4 hours for it to dry naturally, and I don't want to blow dry it every day because
Well, that's the other part of it. Is like, I know you've talked about this, Nikki. You have to clean it basically, get it all off. But then the more you wash it, the drier it gets.
Right, but if you don't clean it, it gets more irritated from all the shit on your head.
So we can't win.
You can't. No. You can put things on it like
maybe that's why Napoleon was wearing those hats.
That's very
He had
possible.
psoriasis.
Keep the moisture.
God, I'm
in.
such an insensitive asshole.
I know
my
whole
God.
time.
The whole time.
Joaquin Phoenix, my ass. This doesn't even make any sense.
No. There's different shampoos, like you say, that you can use with different ingredients. Coal tar is a big one. And if you have it on your skin, you can do things like putting like a moisturizer on. You can actually wrap it in, and then here's my writing. This is hilarious. You can actually wrap it in in what do you call it? Not tinfoil. That would be weird. The other one.
Saran
Saran
wrap?
wrap?
Saran wrap. Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it keeps the moisture in. And you wrap it in tinfoil.
And a baked potato, and then you wrap a baked potato in plastic wrap.
And then you go in the oven.
Yeah.
It'll burn right off.
It burns it all off.
Trust me.
You're cured.
Yeah.
You don't have psoriasis or an arm anymore.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm looking at, okay. So I think I mentioned most of the stuff. It's Epsom salt baths and then do a moisturizer, capsaicin, which is anything that's anti-inflammatory.
Okay.
Focus on that with your eating, lay off sugar as much as you can.
Yeah. I don't really eat a lot of sugary things.
Breads will turn into, like high processed breads will turn into sugar.
I can't have gluten.
You
Oh,
can't have
wow.
gluten?
Yeah, I
do you
can't have
eat?
gluten. A
Let
lot
'em
of
eat.
chicken.
Oh, okay.
Chicken, rice.
Yeah. Oh, the rice. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
good for you, though.
Yeah, chicken, rice, vegetables. That's pretty much my...
That's like a Mediterranean diet, which they do recommend for that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
have a sugar and a bread. Like I will just there's days where I just like will toast sourdough, like make 2 pieces of bread
Yeah.
like 3 times a day with butter, and that's a meal for me. I love it so much.
Sourdough
Yeah.
is a little bit better for you because of the yeast starter in there.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't break down as fast, and you don't have the high spikes of like blood sugar and that kind of shit.
But toast is a great snack.
dude, toast is the best.
I love
everything.
toast.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Butter is just like I get like the Kerrygold where it's like I don't know if it's rich or not, but like it's
The Irish
just-
butter.
Yeah.
They know
Yes.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, people are like, "Oh, you're Irish," and it'd be like, "I don't want to sound like a stereotype here. Do you like your butter's great?" And I'm like, "Oh, because I'm Irish. Fuck you, man." You know.
They do get offended.
Yeah, I'm not even Irish. I get offended.
Are you Irish?
Yeah.
I am too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to be years ago. I guess it was the Orions instead of the
Oh,
Ryans.
okay.
Oh.
But we dropped the O. I don't know.
Right, yeah.
I don't know. I think it was because there was beef, right? Somebody hated the Irish.
Oh yeah, like
This-
the Scottish on the thing. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think the German didn't like the Irish for a minute. Well, they didn't
Oh.
like anybody for a minute.
Yeah,
If you know
yeah.
what I'm saying.
I don't know. I'm
They
sorry,
were
laughing.
picky!
You know what? I would venture to say they didn't even like themselves,
That's probably very
and that's I
true.
think where everything stemmed from.
Of course.
This is he just got out of therapy today, so
God. Yeah, I did.
you got out of it. You didn't
I
go.
didn't have to
You
do it.
got
I
out of it.
I got out of
You
it.
escaped.
Yeah. I'm cured. I didn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those pajamas are from the hospital.
I'm like wearing like prison issue like flip flops.
I would
Yeah.
love that.
That would be fucking hilarious. Like pedicure flip flops.
I got to break free. I got to talk about psoriasis.
Yeah. I have to go back to jail soon.
By the way, speaking of those flip flops that you were
Yeah.
telling me about, weren't you mentioning like we were driving through a part of Hollywood and or where was it exactly? And we were seeing like people.
West Hollywood.
Yeah, and I was like, don't piss this guy off, and you don't know where he's from because he looks kind of tough. And then I was like, they're not going to drop people off straight from prison to like Silver Lake,
Right.
Yeah.
you know?
I assume everybody that I run into is been to prison, has a hard life, or just got out of the cartel. It keeps
does.
Me,
He really does.
It keeps me from road rage.
Yeah.
It keeps me from speaking up, being a smart ass to people too much.
It's good.
It keeps me.
This is only a recent discovery,
for
by
a
the
couple
way.
days, but like, but I'm making an effort to think about doing it.
You know what? I do something similarly precautionary. Whenever I leave a gas station or somewhere where I don't necessarily need the receipt, I get the receipt in case I need an alibi.
Oh,
that's,
wow.
That's
I don't know
fantastic.
why. I don't know why. I'm like,
Yeah.
That's really smart. You could be fingered for
Totally.
a murder
You never
somewhere.
know.
You just don't know.
You never know.
And you can't tell the cop. I don't have the receipt, but I have the card I used. I have the card I used, and he's like, "Oh, let me just swipe it in here." And they're like, "You want store credit?" I'm like, "Okay, we still have to arrest you."
Store credit.
But yeah, but
Well,
that's
that-
a great idea though.
What's that? Oh, we get the
You
receipt.
never know
Yeah.
when you're yeah, or sometimes I'm like, if I get abducted, I want to have my wallet on me, keep my phone on the Find My Phone thing. But then if you also have paperwork, you know, also cause a huge scene when you get the receipt.
So somebody notices you getting the
Just
receipt.
be like, this receipt's super short. I fucking love CVS. What the fuck? You know, make like a
Yeah.
big thing about it, and then they'll definitely remember you.
Everyone
in case something
will
happens
remember
to you, or you rob the place.
Yeah. Maybe just everywhere I go, I should walk up to each individual person and go, I am here. I am here. you see me, I see you, you
Yeah.
see me here.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I'm not leaving until everyone's
Yeah.
seen me.
You have
guys-
to walk through
yeah.
the entire store and make eye contact with everybody.
Yeah, go up to the front and ask for parking validation, and then when they go, yeah, can I have your ticket? Be like, oh no, I didn't park.
Just to introduce yourself.
Yeah, you stick in somebody's head a little more, but I do like the idea of having the receipt though.
Yeah.
I think it's genius.
Do you guys do this? I'm afraid of somebody abducting me or like a serial killer finding me. And first of all, the first thing I look at when I see someone that approaches me, I'm like, do they have a dog? And then I remembered Silence of the Lambs, he had a dog. So then that's, is he wearing flip-flops? Because he's not going to be able to run after me in flip-flops.
Yep. These are good assessments on the spot. Like
And I try and
blink
like,
of an eye.
how big is he? How fast is he walking? Is he carrying actual groceries?
Just look at a shape.
Yeah, as you look at a shape, exactly.
Yeah.
But then if I say, "Oh, this guy looks sketchy," I start memorizing. I'm like, "All right, he had dark hair. He was wearing, 3/4 length pants. He's wearing white Nikes." But the problem is if I'm abducted, who am I gonna tell?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's
Right?
Yeah,
true.
you're doing
What's
all
good
this-
is knowing it.
I
You're
have to
doing all this
escape.
work for nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Well-
you're like, oh, is he a white guy? And you're like, no, he's not a white guy because if he was a white guy, he'd be shooting up a school.
Right.
See,
Good call, babe.
Topical.
Just saying.
Speaking of topical.
Can I drop this mic? No,
Yeah.
it doesn't drop. But yeah, I like the making quick assessments with that kind of thing. That's very under pressure as well, doing that. Because
I'm
you
a
know,
tiny person though. Like
But that's
anytime
smart, though,
somebody
'cause you
could just
don't
pull me
panic.
into a fucking car.
But also, they won't take people who look like they have somewhere to be, who look like they're loud, who look like they go for people who look
like meek.
missable.
Right? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Oh,
like,
missable.
like,
Yeah.
like where you, like if you were
Interesting.
walking by, then they'd be like, "Oh, did you see this girl with brown hair?" You'd be like, "I don't know, maybe." But if you saw you walking down the street in the robe and the glasses and whatever, it'd be like, "Yeah, I remember seeing that lady."
Yeah.
But if you just, I'm sorry, but basic bitches got to look out.
oh my god, even more of a reason to
movie.
not be a basic bitch.
I like that. Yeah, it's a good horror movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why I never wear Lululemon. They'll take me. They'll confuse me with someone who doesn't have a personality.
That was the best thing anybody ever said, Kelly. And it explains so much about the world.
Totally.
Oh,
I think Lululemon is just like the mask you put on. It's like wearing a mask for Halloween, but you're like, no, I don't celebrate. And you just go home and like watch a movie, and you're just doing it for no reason. You're like, no, I just like the mask, but you wear the clothes because the clothes. But then again, I get it. If I dress up like I'm gonna play basketball, I'm more likely to maybe play basketball.
No, you're
Yeah.
not.
No, I'm not. But
I see where your train of thought
yeah,
was.
Yes,
I was
thank
like,
you.
yeah,
I'm
but I was
sorry.
also given the benefit of the doubt. But I think the benefit is the doubt. So I'm just gonna
We all benefited
Yeah.
from your doubt.
Yeah, basic bitches. You can't be a basic bitch. Can't wear Lululemon.
No.
Yeah, because you look like you're just another cog.
You look like you
Yep.
live on a cul-de-sac somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And no one's going to notice you, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. You came from
And no one does like a drive-by on a cul-de-sac because you got to go up and you got to spin all the way around. And you can't abduct anybody because you got to spin all the way
all
around.
the neighbors have to see you. Might have to do a 3-point turn to get out of there.
Yeah.
You got to look at the Christmas lights. You got to take your time.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's a deed restricted. You can't paint the roof any different colors, so you can't stick out. Yeah. It's fucking.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah. It's really. It's just better just to like, do like a Ponzi scheme or something. You don't have to rob people on the side of the road because you have to look for a specific person to do that.
I don't think it's just robbing. It's like murdering and abducting them. Maybe it.
I forgot people did that. Yeah.
Well, that doesn't happen to men like me. But for poor little gals like you,
Yeah.
I'm sure that's a concern.
I feel like I try to not to blend it. I try not to be, too noticeable with the hair or have like too many like appliances on my hands or things that look like phones.
He always tells me don't be holding shit when you get out of your car and on the way back in.
Because if you look
It's
like,
true.
because if you look like,
You're
you're struggling or whatever. Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
it's just good to.
Always keep the eyes.
Yes, I do
Look
that
around,
too. Yep.
look around. Yeah. Be aware.
Aware.
And as you're walking up the street to your car, just as you get to your house, just go boop, 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 like be loud as possible.
Yeah.
So everybody looks at you.
Is that a security
Yeah, you're
system?
like a car alarm.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, except nobody cares about car alarms. But
Yeah, not
you
anymore,
be the
yeah.
car alarm and you're like, oh my God, shut up.
Yeah.
And they'll notice you.
They have those things too where you can like someone's coming after you and it sounds like a really, really serious alarm going off.
Oh,
I kind of
the
want
birdie.
one. Do you have
Do you
one?
have one?
Yeah, I got a birdie on there.
Are you able
It's
to
that
make it go
black
off for
thing.
like 1 second?
Yeah,
Which one?
you just
This
pull
one?
it.
Just don't do it near the mic.
Wait, you want me to do it?
Can we? Yeah, take them off.
Wait,
Good
I'm
call.
gonna give this to Kelly because
Okay, yeah. Just don't do it right now.
All right, I think it should work. I don't know. I haven't used it. In
You have a
but
yeah. You got the
it's
pepper
right
spray
here.
as well.
Yeah, oh, it's called a hootie.
Oh,
Hootie.
okay.
Let's see. Wait. Oh, it's
Uh-oh.
broken.
Is it not charged?
I think it's just broken.
We might have just saved your life.
That's good
I
to
was-
know.
I was gonna say I hadn't heard Hootie in the Blowfish in a long time, and I still haven't heard anything.
Wow.
So is it? You
I
have to-
got mace though.
You
too.
gotta
got
charge
you know
it?
you got to
Yeah.
test your mace every once in a while too,
Yeah.
because sometimes it'll just be plugged.
Yeah. Oh my
Still
god!
Let's see how it affects the skin.
If it actually comes
It's got
to fruition.
capsaicin in it, so we brought it back around. That's
Oh,
what
it does
is. Yeah,
because of
it
the
does.
heat. Yeah, that's what heat
It
is.
burns your
yeah.
fucking eyes off.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
I bought a little stun gun on Amazon for like $20,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds pretty formidable. I haven't zapped anything because I don't know.
Right.
But you just USB charge it. That, and I got I got you like a pepper spray as
You got
well.
me pepper spray.
But like it's just I don't know. There's just something about having it. But then for the most part, you're like, well, I just vibrate higher, and I don't and I believe that because if you're walking around expecting to be like robbed or whatever, or just attacked and like looking like this, that people sniff that out pretty quickly.
For sure.
So if
Yeah.
it's just better to walk around, and
Confidently.
Confidently.
yeah. Wear your Yeezys.
You can't. I can't confidently wear my Yeezys anymore.
I know.
If anybody wants to buy 4 pairs of Yeezys,
I know. I couldn't freaking post my Spotify Wrapped.
Oh no.
Oh, because of the
I had Big Dog on it.
yeah.
Oh man.
I know.
Yeah, I still got some Kanye on the playlist.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I feel like maybe he didn't mean to say all those things.
Yeah, he probably didn't.
They just came out really.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came. You know what? It
Anti-Semitic.
came out bad.
Yeah.
It came out bad. We've all had our moments.
Yeah, exactly. It's so weird because I just happened to agree with everything he said.
Oh wow.
So I didn't take, I was just like, oh, okay. It was weird. The first time ever, I was like, oh no, I get it.
Please don't get canceled during my podcast.
No one knows me at all ever, so it's not possible. Also, unless they edit this part out right now,
Yeah.
sarcastic.
Okay.
Yeah, that ties everything
Just
together.
you saying it's sarcastic, makes it
Mhm.
sarcastic.
Yeah, sarcastic. That's what I say.
Well, I'm looking at the time, and as much as I would love to sit here for 40 more minutes,
Oh.
I'm just so glad that you came here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I want to. I would love to. You were something you were going to send me? Oh, the shampoo. Let me know
Yes.
about the Neutrogena shampoo.
I will.
If it's as easy as that, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, it really does help. Well, it helps me.
Yeah.
Can't speak for everybody.
Right,
but
everybody's
yeah,
so
yeah,
different.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Did you want to? I'm only saying this now because you mentioned before, but like, did you want? There was a story about curing like your.
Oh my
leg.
God! Yes, Kelly, please tell the story about your waxy legs.
Oh yeah. So I had all these spots on this leg only, not on
okay.
the other leg, and but they were like dry spots, like red, like it looked ugly, whatever. And so I was doing lotion; they weren't going away. I was like, what the fuck?
My cousin
And-
had something similar. Like, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I Googled it and it was like, try vitamin A.
Mhm.
So then that's what I did and they went away.
You took it or you rubbed it on there?
I took it.
And like how much? Do you know? Like you took like several.
I took
IUs
them
of it or whatever?
each day for like a week and all of it was gone.
So maybe you had like a vitamin A deficiency.
I think that's what it is because I haven't like gotten blood work done in forever. So I'm sure I have to go do that and see what else I'm deficient in because I'm sure there's something else. There's
I'm
always
very
something.
deficient
So is
in
that
so
what
many
like?
things.
So this is. Would this be considered like an allergic reaction, like you're saying, like an immune response?
I don't think with that. I think it's like it's an allergy. I mean, not an allergy. It's
Okay.
a deficiency.
It's a deficiency.
And if you have a deficiency, maybe your body is trying to produce some sort of immune response.
Yeah,
It's
is an
definitely letting
allergy-
you know, though.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You got to
Yeah.
listen to your bod.
Yeah.
It's
Totally.
it's never really wrong. It might do it the wrong way, like show up, on your groin, like we said,
Yeah.
the genitals
Right.
with the
Yeah,
pustules.
that's the wrong way.
Yeah, if that shit happens, I don't know what I'll do.
Somebody's trying to get your attention.
Yeah.
for sure.
You have to dip your entire crotch into apple cider vinegar.
Oh my God.
Well, I already do that.
Oh, you're good then. Never mind.
I
Yeah.
was wondering what that vinegary smell was.
But salt and vinegar potato chips are the best.
Oh my God, so good.
They are the best.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry for the tangents today.
No. The tangents are what this podcast is built from and on. And without tangents, we'd really only have about 10 minutes of skincare. So that would be boring. But thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me. So fun.
And I was going to ask you too, if you ever want to bring your sister too.
Oh yeah,
that'd be so fun to have both of you.
Yeah, no, that'd be a blast.
I'd love to see the both of you. I have twin sisters, so I'm
really
a little obsessed with twins.
Yeah, definitely. She'd love to.
Oh my god, so good. All right, well, don't forget we release every Wednesday at 3 a.m. because I chose that time. Please subscribe. It makes me look like a baller. And if you want to make comments, if you have any suggestions that you can come up with for any of the diseases that we talk about, always put them in the comments so that I can learn from you.
Yeah. And where can we find you?
Where can we find you? Good
you can find me at This Is Kelly Ryan on Instagram. TikTok, I think, is Kelly Ryan Money, but I don't post on there a lot because the kids scare me. And for all shows, kellyryancomedy.com. Yeah.
That's awesome. Please check her out.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Aww.
This is so fun.
I just want to hug you guys both.
I know. It feels like, it's a very warm environment.
It is.
Yeah.
Not because the air conditioning's off.
No.
Yeah.
I never like ending it. Anyways,
yeah.
See you guys next week, and thanks for hanging out. Bye.
Bye.